What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall market. I'm also going to break down some big catalysts that just came out, which you should be watching for as time goes on. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. Not to mention 8.1% APY on uninvested cash. The offer ends in 13 days. Anyways, for now, the market's attempting to push higher as we are trying to break past all-time highs. The market got a big catalyst that's helping us push, but the question is, can we continue to push from here, or are we going to see some kind of rejection? I'll be talking more about this in just a couple of minutes. So for today, it's currently Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Just notes that there's not really much data, at least for now, except we do have some industrial numbers coming out, industrial and manufacturing production numbers 15 minutes before the market opens. We'll see if this leads to more volatility or not. Besides that, we just have Logan giving a speech at 10 a.m. Then we have some bill and bond auctions at 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m., and 1 p.m. It's all minor data. So that's all we're seeing for the data. The main piece of data will be the very important FOMC meeting for tomorrow. The market thinks there's a 67% chance we get a 50 basis point cut and about a 33% chance we get a 25 basis point cut. So the market's betting on the Fed being even more dovish, so we'll see if that ends up being the case. That's why the market's running to all-time highs. They think the Fed will go for 50 basis points. Now, there was some big news that came out. Microsoft has come out and raised its dividend by 10%, and it announced a $60 billion stock buyback program. That's why Microsoft is pretty strong right now. Apple is still a little bit weak after the sales weren't as strong after that report came out yesterday. So that's the reason why Apple's still a little bit lackluster, but we have stocks like Microsoft, which are very, very strong. For other news out there, once again, Amazon CEO said that corporate workers need to be in the office 5 days a week. So there's a big shift in Amazon's structure right now. Intel also saw some very, very big news that came out that they are once again trying to raise more capital outside of just what they typically do. And they mentioned that they are once again looking for different streams right now for that revenue. Boeing is once again looking at cost-cutting measures, so I'm seeing some headlines about that, but nothing else is too crazy thus far. Anyways, let's focus on the charts now. So looking at SPY, we're trying to break past 565 and trying to hold above it, so we'll see how well we do there. For SPY, if we hold above 565, we're looking for 566 and 567 as targets. And if we lose 565, we could be dipping back down to 563. So overall, we're looking bullish. We got a big bar, so this looks like it wants to continue to hold up. But I want to warn everyone to be kind of careful because every time historically SPY has hit the 563 to 565 area, we have seen this kind of like dip. This could be a cup and handle that's forming possibly. If we break and hold above 565, we're looking for a new push to all-time highs closer to 570. If we continue to hold above 565, then 567 and 568, those three specifically, I think the 570s would come after that if we break through those three resistances. So it looks bullish so far, but that question is, can we hold above 565? I'll be watching for that for now just to see how well this holds up. If anything, SPY is doing a good job, but whether or not this continues will depend on FOMC. So that's the next big catalyst. For ES, this is also pumping very nicely. Actually gapped up and now is continuing to go. So with this happening, we're looking at basically 57.25, as resistance. If that breaks, we're looking for 57.50. If this rejects, we're looking for 5700 flat, followed by 56.80 is the other support below that. But this looks more bullish to me. It has potential to push up for that high. And I think that we're going to be testing all-time highs on ES, maybe trying to break them. So watch and see if we can hold above 57.25 or not. If we do break that, we're looking for a bigger push to 57.50. We'll see if we break that or not. Overall, all-time highs can be coming, so it looks very, very strong. For Nvda, we have potential. There's a possible inverse head and shoulders that could be forming here, especially as we have gaps to fill in the 120s. We're looking to see if we could rally past 120 if this breaks. We're looking for like 122, 125 and beyond. If we lose 114, we could be dipping back down, but so far it looks a little bit more bullish. So I see potential in this. So Nvidia definitely has potential for upside if we could try to break 120. Bitcoin looks a little bit more bullish. As long as you hold above 59,000, we remain more bullish. Could be looking for a target of 60,500. If we end up losing support around this 58,400 area, we're looking for 57,500 and then lower levels after that. But this looks more bullish. We're looking for 60,500 as time goes on. For Tesla, in my opinion, I just want to say that this has potential. We're going to be looking at a potential test in the 230 area. If this breaks, we'll be pushing even more. If we lose the support, we could be dipping back down towards 225. So we're kind of stuck in a range, but Tesla has more upside potential for the 230 target. So I could see Tesla pushing higher. But we'll see how it reacts because 230 and then 235 are two tough resistances. So look for 230 and 232 as resistance levels, and then 235 is also very strong resistance. We could push a little bit more in Tesla, and we'll see how it reacts to 230. Will we shuffle there? Will we break out? I do anticipate it might push a little bit, so we'll see how it goes from there. For NQ, we're looking at this resistance at 19,800. 19,840 around there. If we break that, we could be getting close to about 19,900. If we reject off 19,840, we could be dipping back down towards support, which happens to be a lot closer to this like 19,700 area. So it looks a little bit more bullish to me. I see potential in this charts, but be careful because once we hit resistance, we're not that far from it. So we're a few points away. This could slow down, so be careful as we're at some tough resistance. The QQQ has a nice structure right now. If we could hold above 478, we're looking for a push for 480 plus. If we reject and end up losing 475, we're looking for 473, then eventually 467. This looks more bullish. Looks like it wants to be pushing into the 475, 478 area, and we'll see if it breaks. So it has potential. For Apple, we're dipping right now. We're still kind of weak. We could shuffle between 215 and 217. It could come back to try to test 217, just consolidate, but it's still kind of weak after the sales data from yesterday. The IWM looks more bullish. Going to be looking for a test of 221. If that breaks, we're going higher. So I think it's going to be pushing into the 220s very soon. Has potential. For others out there, such as AMD, this is trying to push. We're going to be looking for 144 to potentially be targeted, unless we lose 138. For Coinbase, as long as you hold above 162, I'm looking for 167 as a target. We'll see if that breaks. If it does break, we're looking for 170. For Amazon, we're trying to rebound. As long as you hold above 168 or 186, excuse me, we're looking for 188, followed by 190. So there's potential in that. Meta could be pushing for 537. If that breaks, we're looking for 540. And we'll see if it rejects or not off this resistance. It's going to be tough resistance, but there is potential to go a little bit higher for now. For Microsoft, we're looking for 440. If that breaks, we're looking for a bigger pump. So at least 442. 443.5 and then 445. If we reject here, we're looking for support around 436. There is more upside potential for the 440, so give it the time it needs. For Google, we have the 160 area as a key resistance. If this breaks, we're looking for basically 162. And if we lose this, we'll be dipping back down to 157. But it has more upside potential. With that being said, guys, the market still has upside potential, but be a little bit careful as we're at all-time highs. We're at some previous resistance. That's pretty tough. So we will see, can SPY hold above 565 and continue to rally, or does it lose it and start dipping? So be careful, guys. It is a tough area, but I just want to say that there's a lot of anticipation approaching FOMC. So anything could happen. Be open-minded, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon in a couple of hours for another update. Thank you for listening, and peace out.